Hello. 12:55 at the moment, and I am just woo. What's up, guys? I want to know what's up with your life. I'm bored of talking about my job. I don't want to talk about my job. I don't want to work at this job, but I'm going to anyways. Anyways, something that happened tonight. Construction Stories, part 26. We had to clean these metal T-bars. So think of a very long strip of metal, say 25 feet long, made out of steel, okay? Now, a piece just as long sticking out of the middle of it. So, strips lying flat, and there's a piece that up, and then there's like these super long bolts that are, well, they're about a foot long. These bolts that are about a foot long coming out of the top. So they use these in between the cracks of the walls of the pontoons so that it's like, here's a wall and here's a wall, but it's not perfect, so they just slot these in there to, make up for that. And what happens is when they pour the concrete gets all up in the business of these poor little pieces of metal. So our job is to clean them off so they can use them again. So we do. We get these, they're called sidewalk scrapers, which is really dumb because they don't even, it's just a stick with a flat piece of metal at the end. You probably know what it is. Whatever. So we're supposed to use these to scrape all this concrete off of, these metal bars, and we're sitting there and we're just for 4 hours. Really repetitive because all you're doing is this. Haha, real funny. But you end up getting cramps all up in your arms, and so you switch to the other arm, but you're not left-handed. First world problems, man. And you're like, what? And that doesn't work either. So what we found out is if you take a hammer and you hit it, then it breaks the concrete. It makes it easier to scrape off. So it's really one of those weird things where in construction, you're like, wow, I wish I had a tool right now like a hammer. But then you actually have it. I'm getting really creeped out right now because I can hear the rain, and it sounds like crackling paper, which is kind of spooky, think about it. Anyways, so it's one of those weird things where it's like, I wish I had a tool to do something with, but then you do have it, and so you use it. And, I think I talked about this before, but I don't think of hammers as, tools, To me, they were always idealized in movies, and it's like, oh, that guy's hitting someone with a hammer. What a joker. Those are extinct, right? But when you're using it, you're like, this is solving my problems. All of my problems are getting solved by this really swingable piece of metal. And so you're just bang, bang, bang. And the safety levels of hearing are 60, 70 or something. It's been a while, but it's way louder than that. It's 90 or something, but really short, sharp bursts, and you're the one making it. So you're like, no big deal. But it is a big deal, because it just freaking ruins your ears. So we went out and got earplugs, and then we just came back and just went to work. We're just this concrete's ow, God, oh, gosh, dang, and it's getting it all up in your face, and you're like, it's pretty brutal, pretty metal, but whatever. And then we just scrape it off. So, I don't know, man, it's fun feeling like you did something, but we spent a whole hour on one. When we were earlier, we were cranking them out every 15, 20 minutes, so it was just really painful to do that with. And one of the supervisors came over. He's like, what's all the noise? I heard all that banging. I came over to check if whatever they were hitting was dead. And it was really funny at the time. You may not think it's funny, but it's funny because it wasn't funny. I thought it was funny. Shut up. Yeah, that's about it. We're just going to work with hammers. I'm so tired. I'm going to go take a shower and drive over to a friend's house, and we're going to play Lord of the Rings Conquest, I think. Anyways, have a great night.